I completed my last coaching session officially with Miss Booker the other day, and today I had an opportunity to do the editing, which I always like the editing because it gives me an opportunity to really go back and just take in everything that was said, everything that was done. And so having to watch that video, edit it, add in um, titles, and all of those things, it's just a really good process. So that's what I did today. I uploaded the video. So here are, just a few of the reflections that I have from this stage of the process. Um, so this last particular session was focused on improve, and that's based on chapter 5 of Knight's text. And I think this is good. Improve is always good because this is that section where it's time to take a look back at what happened and plan the next phases. Where do we go from here? What's going to be the plan of action? What does it look like moving forward? And that's a good place for the coach to reflect, but also for the teacher to reflect as well. One of the strategies that I really liked was the planning sheet. So there's a planning piece in here, and it helps everybody involved, both the coach and the teacher, to know exactly what's being said, what the plan is, what we've decided on. I think that's one of the things that, if I had to look back on what has happened in this session and even in the one before, because we are doing this digitally, and uh, it's not the same as seeing it somebody face to face, that piece of both of us walking away with what needs to happen and having a clear understanding, I think that's something that has kind of fallen off. Um, but what I did do this time was record the meet session and send a copy to her. The last time I recorded, I don't think I sent the copy, but this time I actually sent her the video, because it's just like with the kids. I don't want to be the one that's holding all of the knowledge. Um, so just having some type of document to write on, and even in for the remote setting, having a copy of the video has helped. Um, so the change that I've witnessed, Ms. Booker is much more confident in her abilities. The first time we talked, I don't know if any of the viewers could pick it up, but she was a little hesitant. She and I do have a previous relationship. She's been at the school for a couple of years, but she was a little hesitant about, well, what am I supposed to be doing? And so with this third session, I could really tell a difference in her. I think the reason that we might not have seen as much growth as possible is because, obviously the loop, getting thrown for a loop and having to suddenly do the remote learning, changed the game for everybody. So it wasn't just about working on her goal. It was, also, well, how do I make this remote learning look? So being able to focus on one thing didn't necessarily go the way that we planned it. Um, but I do think that this has been a good process for both of us. Uh, I can definitely see that she's thinking a little bit more about what she's doing. Even in the particular session that we had the other day, she says, now I see, the need and how I really need to do more explicit teaching about what a good answer sounds like. And that's powerful because a lot of times when it comes to teachers figuring out what the disconnect is between teaching and learning, a lot of times we're stuck. So I taught it, I went over it, we did it 15 times, but there's a difference between thinking that your students have it and thinking that you've done everything that you needed to do and really making it plain, really making it understandable for everybody. But coming from the very beginning and seeing her at this very last uh, interview, it's definitely been a change. And for me, I think that it's just really helped me to grow, really helped me to look at what I'm saying. Like I said, watching the videos, total game changer. Um, but this last session was good, and because Miss Booker and I worked together, and we'll be still talking to each other. So that's one of the things that she was definitely open to, just continuing to work on it. Even though the school year is about to be over, we only have 2 weeks left. We really came to that conclusion together. Hey, this particular goal that you have is one that every student can find value in every school year, every grade level, regardless of what happens if you go to another school. This is a goal that you can take with you wherever you go. So she's looking forward to continuing to kind of work out the kinks and then start fresh next year.